We're here with Jared Anderson from SERV, and your brand is doing so much to redefine AI. I want to first ask about you. Where did your creative spark come from?
Well, that's a good question. So, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but most of my life has been in the corporate world. So, about a year and a half ago, I left corporate America and started an AI company with Rich. And for the last year and a half, we've been progressing very quickly in the AI space.
Okay. Well, was there ever a moment where you almost gave up? And if so, what kept you going?
It's not so much about giving up. There are so many different opportunities out there, especially with the work that we've been doing and my background in this space. So maybe a bit more on that. For 5 years, I was a global head of AI at Archer Daniels Midland, which is a top 4 ag company on the planet, Fortune 35 company. Prior to that, I was VP of AI at Wells Fargo Bank. Out of Seattle, worked out of San Francisco. Prior to that, I was at IBM for 11 years, 5 of which in the Watson group, and 15 years before that in various tech roles. So I got about 30 years of experience, 15 which roughly in AI.
Okay.
So,
Well, when you can't find the words, what do you turn to? Data, visuals, silence?
when I can't find the word,
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Okay.
Really, come on. Yeah, the tools that we have now that allow you to really look at ideas and help you, really enable you to think more creatively. Yeah, these tools exist. That's what people are finding out.
Well, and that's what we're here learning about at Cincy AI Week. And so getting into talking about some of the AI, you said when you can't find the words, that's what you go to. But we know that there needs to be human interaction. What part of your brand has to have that human touch?
Well, SERV, we named it SERV because we are here to serve. SERV is actually an acronym for serving our reality virtually, which is an emphasis on the technology that's out there. When we engage with various clients, we go out there and talk with them, we always start with, it's the people that matter. Humans are always going to be involved with this. The technology is fantastic. It's great. It can do so many different things, but it doesn't matter without the people. And we also say this is the great enabler, because people are going to be able to do so much more with their lives, not just on a productivity basis for companies, but also a fulfillment basis on their own, understanding what they want to do with their own lives, getting the right kind of information. And many people are using some of these new tools, not just like Google searches to find information on the internet, but actually using these newer tools and generative tools to help craft messages specifically for themselves. Mental health is a big one, which isn't necessarily what we do as a company, but also we're recognizing that's the value that's produced for many people out there. They're turning to these tools to help them in that regard, which tells you there's a lot of a human element of human factor involved in it.
Oh, well, AI is everywhere. And many people find themselves using it because they have to. But you've been involved with it for a long time. When did AI first show up in your workflow, and what was your initial reaction?
Well, AI was first coined in 1956, so it's been around for quite some time. In my workflow, really when I joined the Watson group at IBM, early stages of really seeing what we would say is artificial intelligence, but it had been around for a long time. Many of the software places where software has been developed over many of the past 40, 50 years, expert systems, whatnot, those are all precursors to this technology.
And do you ever feel like you're playing catch up with the future?
Boy, every day there's something new coming out, and it's almost impossible to keep up with what's going on. But at the same time, when you're in the race and you're participating, it's just as well. You're in the race. You're driving. There's cars all around you in the race. You're not the other driver. You're your driver. You're driving, going where you're going. There's so many different things happening. So stay the course.
Can you talk about a time where AI and humans worked beautifully together?
That's an interesting question. AI is just a tool. Yeah, there's instances where the results are fantastic, or they're just amazing with things we can see. Things that we haven't been able to do or weren't able to do just a few years ago. Coming up with new solutions, new insights. These tools are that powerful. There's always also other instances where the tools aren't providing the kind of insights or results that we like to see. And we just solve those problems.
And where's a place where you feel like someone's getting it right when it comes to blending AI with creative vision?
That's another good question. We're seeing a lot of things in the visual arts being changed with AI. Photography, movie making. We're seeing lots of changes out there. But this is just also an evolution of where things are going. I mean, if you look back before digital photography, you know, prior to that, it was all film. Prior to film, what was there? There was painting, you know? And at every stage of an evolution of technology like that, and painters were saying, I can paint images, and next thing you're going to do is do with photography? That's wrong. But look what happened. And then you got digital photography, where people are saying, well, I'd rather be on film. But everybody has a digital camera now. It's just an evolution. And everybody at that stage has a fear. You know, things are going to be different. Yeah, things are going to be different with this technology. It's going to enable people to do much more than they've ever been able to do before. There will always be a need for that, you know, people that are on the edge, that really make things change. But the vast majority of people are able to do much more than they've ever been able to do before.
How is SERV helping people to co-create with AI?
Well, we're here to serve. So with our engagements, we tell companies the people in your company are what matters most. Most likely, you probably have the technology in-house already. You just don't even know it. So we want to emphasize that I like saying this. Don't have a fear that AI is going to come in here and replace your job. It may replace what you currently do, but you're going to be needed. And right now, there's not enough people, period, to do all the work that's coming, to all the new things that are coming up that AI is going to help enable. There's just not enough people.
Oh. What's your superpower? The thing that AI cannot replace?
My business partner, Rich, always says how I'm able to find people and get them to participate in our mission, what we're trying to do. I'd say, like, even the people that I brought on board with my prior companies, reaching out to them personally and saying, look, you want to be part of something big? Now come join us. We'll give you impact. We'll allow you to have control. You're going to do something that's meaningful. Yeah. AI is just the tools, but it's always the people that matter. So I like to bring people together that want to be part of the adventure. We build stuff. We're builders.
Well, that's great. Well, Jared, thank you so much for taking time to share with us more about what SERV is doing.
Great. Thank you.